It's Mothy ASMR, and I'm chilling at the 7-Eleven, and I thought I would give y'all like a rambly, like, update ramble thing in VR. While I do find like putting the headset on and having all these wires dangling from me because I still have a Quest and it needs to be plugged in because, like, why would I not plug in the Quest? It's like the only way to do it. I have Element on my phone, and for some reason the notification buzz for it. I'm trying to move off of Discord. The notification buzz for this app is just so like intense, more so than like any of the other apps on my phone. Anyway, like I said, this is gonna be like a very unstructured ramble video. So what to talk about in recent memory. Oh my god, dude, the tracking is so bad. I'm sorry. This is why I struggle with VR chat stuff. 'Cause, like, for one, I know why the tracking is bad. Like, I get it. It's because I have this big ass microphone in my face, and Oculus doesn't know what to do with this, like, actual void in front of my face with the onboard cameras that are sensing where my hands are supposed to be. This is why sensors around the room would be a lot better to work with. I just don't have the money to buy it. I can't just buy another headset. As ashamed as I am to say it, I can't just buy another one. Speaking of which, speaking of that and money and all that stuff, I have not been able to get a job here at all. Biggest reason for that, I'm trying to move soon. No one really wants to hire someone who's getting ready to move, even if, like, transferring from one part of the company to another or whatever you're doing. Sometimes, like, even grocery stores have, like, the ability to transfer you. Something as simple as that. But TLDR, they don't usually like to do that because it's expensive and they don't think that you're worth it. I moved my mic. I did that chocolate rain. I moved my mouth away from the mic so I could breathe. So I don't want to just breathe right into the microphone. Even though I have this, actually here, let me test that out. I have like an insane, when I put in the money for this microphone, I will say there's an insane windscreen on it. So it's supposed to block out all those, like, all those noises and stuff. What else? Yeah, job market bad. Struggling to get a job right now. I'm kind of just riding it, right? I'm like riding it on whatever I can't talk. My brain is complete mush. Ride with the money that I have, and then I'm just gonna get out of here, and that'll be that. And I'll look for a job before I move. I'll look for a job in the area I'm moving at, and try to get something simple for the time being. That's all I can really say, you know. Nothing too crazy. Just trying to live life and stuff to the best of my ability. Trying to survive. What else? Oh yeah. I guess very recently, within like the last few days. This is for Glitch fans, by the way, for Digital Circus freaks like myself. You've been paying attention. You'll notice that Gooseworks, the director and creator of the show, is kind of going through it right now. Me and my boyfriend were talking about that a bit, and we kind of just suggested that, like, she should have taken the Toby Fox approach, which I think is the smartest approach to take towards, like, your fandom. Like, extremely hands-off. Like, just don't touch your fandom with a 10-foot pole. You can still choose to be, like, endearing about it. Like, oh, I love this, you know, this art's really nice, and this community can be quite good, all that stuff, right? And be somewhat involved, but don't, like, don't dip your toe in too fast or too deep, because you're going to see stuff, you don't really like, right? And I feel like that's what happened with Goose. Like, there's always going to be people that just are not satisfied with the way the show is going. Like, honestly, I'm going to be real. Those people, like, absolutely suck. And the show's just, like, not made for them. Like, people are basically, at this point, throwing... Dude, the tracking is so bad. I'm serious. The tracking is so bad. My hand just, like, goes wherever it wants. Come on. There it is. There are people who just throw these temper tantrums like children because the show isn't going exactly how they want or exactly how they imagined it in their head. Oh my goodness, my mouth is so like, ugh. I'm sorry. I have milk voice, like really bad milk voice. I swear I drank enough water today. I swear I did. I chugged some water when I got up from bed. Oh my god, it's so gross. I'm sorry. But yeah, this is not supposed to be a mouth sounds video. Oh my god. I've been following that, and Glitch made this, like, interesting, I don't want to say threat, but interesting comment where she's like, oh yeah, if you guys don't behave, I'm just going to ruin the show on purpose. And I'm like, please, guys, just, like, for one, I'm going to be real. I do think she needs to kind of, take a step back, I think. You're always going to find negativity in every fandom. There's negativity in the Deltarune fandom. Absolutely. There's negativity in fandoms where you wouldn't normally see negativity. If you look hard enough, it's going to be there. And a lot of the hate towards Gooseworks in this sort of situation being, by the way, sorry, I didn't really mention, something nonsense to do with, like, people not liking the fact that, like, Ragatha's not getting a lot of development and Pomni and Jax are the main two characters, which they always have been. So, whatever. Like, if you don't like that, then I guess the show is just not for you. So, I don't know. Very basic nonsense like that where it's just, like, not worth getting mad over. And people in these sorts of fandoms, when the stakes are high or people think the stakes are high, like, will just be vicious and will go at each other and just complain about every little, like, nitpicky detail. Like, again, I honestly feel for her. I don't know if I could handle it. Like, I have my own lore and stuff with my characters and whatever, and if, like, let's say hypothetically that got big, oh my god, I don't know how I deal with it. I don't know how I deal with that. That's rough. It's a fine tightrope walk that not everyone is, like, suitable to do. Again, I think Toby Fox, like, specifically has been, like, handling that the best of all people. What else? Again, this is just a yappy video. I just got a lot of just nastiness in my mouth and throat right now. Gross, sorry. To put it simply, I don't know, I just woke up. I woke up today, my arm's doing the thing again. Come on, stop losing tracking. That's what it sucks because I just kind of keep my arms down here. I wish I was more animated. I wish I was doing stuff with my hands more, but then this happens and I can't do anything about it because it's a Quest headset, and Quest is just like, meta stuff is just like the worst product you could ever buy in your entire life. I just kind of keep my hands down here nowadays. I maybe move this one. This one seems to have the best tracking, my right hand. I don't know what's going on with the left arm. Sorry, I'm not trying to be too loud. I just got frustrated with this headset, man. Oh yeah, I woke up. Every day I wake up. Every day I get out of bed. Every day I wake. That's actually been kind of hard for me lately, though. I've been kind of going through a really bad depressive episode, and I wake up at like 4 or 5 in the afternoon every day. Today, though, I was actually able to get up at 9, which is really good. It's absolutely freezing, though. It got pretty warm, and I was really like expecting it to like stay that way, stay warm, and kind of just stay somewhat rainy and like still like cold, but not like freezing. But apparently that was just like a quick warm spell we got, and then it just went right back to being absolutely freezing. Winter is still here. Something I gotta deal with. I don't like the winter too much, or at least it's been a little hard to deal with. Particularly cold, that is. Like, it's been brutal for me, at least, just having to deal with it all. I already talked about a job. Yeah, I'm gonna try to just get a job like out where I move at. So I have a couple friends that can maybe hook me up, hook me up big time with the big bucks. I don't know. We'll see. Speaking of those like big bucks jobs, even in states where marijuana is like totally, I probably shouldn't say marijuana in an ASMR video. In states where like marijuana is legal, for quite a few jobs you still need to take urine tests and give them a sample. Particularly worried about that, not anymore because I'd completely stopped smoking like months ago, which is I think good. If you are planning to do a job where you're gonna have to you're gonna have to give them samples, then you might want to stop right now. I know it's hard for a lot of people. I know weed makes you very happy. Oh, I guess I could talk about weed a little bit. I've been like, my opinion of weed as a whole has been kind of faltering quite a bit, and I'm gonna try to stay on topic. I know my brain like jumps around from topic to topic a lot in ADHD, but I've been having a hard time with weed because I suppose maybe just myself, I might have a particularly addictive personality towards certain vices. I mean, there are studies out now that show modern weed, like our weed that we're smoking now, is, well, for one, this isn't even like a contentious argument. It's significantly more potent. Whatever your parents were smoking was just, that would not get you high today. Like, if you're an avid smoker, that would not get you high at all. The weed we're smoking today is like dozens of percentages more potent, higher THC levels for stoners to actually get them high, because people are on like legit weed dependencies at this point. Like, dude, if you're smoking every day, I'm gonna be real, you're killing your lungs. You don't always know what's in that stuff. Not all weed grows are ethically growing their weed, as in like they're spraying just like pesticides and shit on that all the time to keep it preserved and keep the buds like really fat. Like you don't always know what you're getting yourself into, I guess is the best way to put it. Like when weed got deregulated and wasn't a Schedule 1 anymore in a lot of states, like a lot of businesses scrambled to put up grows, put up dispensaries and all that. And guess what? I'm gonna be real, they were not ethically growing that shit. Like, let's be 100% honest. If you were smoking day one legal weed in the United States, that shit was not good. I'm gonna be 100% honest, that shit was not good. That shit was strong. That shit was full of pesticides. And if you were smoking from a pen, then you're getting it even worse. Nowadays, I'm probably talking way too loud, I'm sorry. Nowadays, the regulations are a bit better. Not everyone is following these regulations, right? Not all states have the same regulations for how to grow certain plants, right? If you're a regular daily smoker, if you smoke a few joints a day, dude, if you're hitting the pen a few times a day, every night, every morning, just high as often as you can possibly be, right? You're fucking killing your brain cells. I'm just gonna be real. You're killing your brain cells. You're killing your lungs. There are a lot of new studies. Like back then when our parents were smoking weed, totally different story. And there weren't a lot of studies that could show like how bad or good that weed was for you, right? I'm not trying to say that weed can't have like medicinal properties for some people, and some people, in fact, I want to say most people prefer weed for its medicinal properties and to just veg out and chill. Like they're not smoking every day. They're just smoking like maybe once a week, hanging out with friends, right? Like, okay, fine. But there are people, plenty of people, that are getting baked every single day and completely rely on it for effectively dopamine. That's all I can say about it, really. You gotta be careful. I might sound like a dare presenter for this, but weed is a drug just like any other drugs you take, right? And you gotta respect that. You know, I'm wondering if I should cut this whole thing out, because I'm kind of thinking back, and that was kind of a dumb tangent to take, I think. I guess, again, I'm just kind of rambling about stuff that's just on my mind. Yeah, be careful out there, kids. Smoke responsibly. I'm sure it's kind of weird, like, hearing that, like, Mothy ASMR lights up every once in a while, but, I mean, I don't anymore. I would like to. As I was saying really early in this ramble, I'm gonna have to do, like, tests for my jobs, because, like, the higher paying you go, the more, like, I guess like straight-laced they want these people. They want the hires. So honestly, yeah, I'm gonna have to do some tests to even like get these jobs, right? Like when I was talking about making the big money, like if you want to make decent money at some of these jobs, even in states where it's totally legal, they're gonna make you do a test. They will. And it's a per job, like it's a per job basis thing, so it's not something you can like avoid. You just gotta do it. So I've been totally avoiding any kind of substances at all. Alcohol is fine, but even then I hate drinking, man. I absolutely fucking hate drinking. I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like the way it hangs me over. I don't like any of that shit. I'm gonna be honest. I don't like drinking that much. I'll have like a drink, right? Like one or two. But dude, getting drunk or like getting even like buzzed or tipsy or whatever, it's just so I just can't do it. It's not my thing. I gotta find ways to get high on life, man. Play video game, hang out, laugh with friends, all that stuff. There are plenty. I go for a walk, meditate, all that stuff, right? Like there are plenty of ways to like get back your dopamine. And keep in mind, like I'm talking like I was in a really low state not that long ago. I'm still kind of there. I'm not doing the best lately, and like I could have turned back to smoking weed again. And let's be real, that would have been like the safest option to like get me out of a depression, right? But at the same time, it would also totally like you have to think for a second, like that would totally screw me. That would screw my prospects of getting any job where I'd have to take a urine test, and honestly I'd just be like zonked out of my mind, like at work or going to bed every night zonked and like memory wiping myself on that stuff because that shit is strong. And it's like let's be real, it's just not good. It's not a good thing to get into if you're down. I'm gonna be honest. If you're depressed, if you're feeling low and you're smoking weed, that shit is not helping, so you should probably stop. That's my advice. I have to put the ASMR. See, this is my New Jersey coming out. I have to put the ASMR voice back on. Like when I just start talking normally and like talking in a low voice, my normal speaking voice and everything kind of comes out. I am not the cute boy you think I am. I'm not the cute boy you think I am. I'm hard. Sorry. Oh my goodness. I have two sides, let's just say that. Basically, in the meantime, I've just been playing like Arc Raiders. I've been playing Helldivers. I'm like trying to think what else I've been playing besides Arc Raiders. I've been playing Helldivers too. The Cyberstin update's been pretty fun. I hope y'all have been defending democracy out here. Fun game, still fun. I won't really get into it. I don't think I have a lot of time on my microphone left, but I've been enjoying the game a bit. I've had a lot of issues with it in the past, especially on PC, where the game is just, it doesn't feel very fun to play. And there was obviously that point where after one of the updates, I can't remember the name because they all sound the exact same, there were like issues with like GPUs completely locking up, like hard crashes on computers completely freezing and locking up like really bad and like damaging components of the computer like that bad. Pretty serious stuff, but it seems like that's mostly been resolved, and they're like trying to listen to the community a little bit. And I know there have been a lot of videos about like what the developers want, this whole like grunt fantasy thing, and that's an interesting way to put it, I guess. But basically what it is just you are extremely fragile and you're gonna die a lot, and like that's what the devs want. The devs want you to feel like you're expendable, not like a super soldier, in fact, but just kind of expendable. I don't mind that. At the same time, it does, like, if you lean too far in like one direction with that sort of thing, it will become extremely frustrating. And I feel like in certain factions, like, I feel a lot more helpless than in others. Like, I'm gonna be real, I'm a bot diver. I love fighting the robots. I love being shot at. I love that sense of like fighting in like a battle of attrition. And I'm gonna be real with you, I don't play bugs. I hate fighting bugs. They're insanely annoying. All they do is run at you and just hit you, and it's the most boring gameplay I've ever played in my entire life. Even on 9s, all you're doing is just running the fuck away from the bugs the entire time. Straight up. I don't like fighting them. There's nothing fun about fighting them. I'm just running for the hills basically the whole time and waiting for all my cooldowns to come off cooldown so I can do it again, basically, and it's not pleasant. I'm gonna be real. I like Helldivers. It's fun. I like fighting Cyber Sand. That was probably the best time for bot divers, and oh my god, was that hard. I think one of my friends who has easily 1,000 hours plus on the game, 1,200 maybe, like absolute no-lifer on that game, loves it to death. You know who you are, but I don't think you watch my videos, sadly. He said that like 7s or 6s, I'm not doing the thing, I'm sorry. Those felt like 10s. Like that was like with how accurate the bots got on that planet. Like, so each planet can have like a modifier. As you can understand, that also modifies how the enemies spawn, what spawns, and how accurate they are, and how much damage they do, and stuff like that. Actually, no, I'm sorry, not how much damage they do, because the health pools and damage, I think, stay the same throughout, but at least I think they do. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, on Cyberstin, they were insanely accurate. They could find you. I guess their perception was increased. They could find you very easily. Even if you were doing full stealth, you weren't always, you were pretty easy to spot and to track down and stuff. My voice is starting to get a little bit tired. I'm not a voice actor, sorry. I'm EP, I haven't had breakfast yet. Point being, sorry, I've probably been rambling too much. I like, game good. I like game. Game good, Cyberstand really fun, bugs not so fun. Illuminate, I'm gonna be real, I must have sputtered because I just completely forgot they existed. I don't like playing them at all. But honestly, they might be close enough to bots where maybe I might be able to get like a foothold in there and like kill some aliens and I don't know, like maybe there's some way I'd be able to enjoy it, right? That's what I'm thinking. But bugs, I played bugs 1,000 different ways and I do not like it. Arc Raiders. I'll talk about Arc Raiders a little bit too, I guess. A lot of my friends don't like Arc Raiders that much, and I kind of get why. A lot of my friends don't like, not looter shooters, sorry, extraction shooters. It can kind of be played like a looter shooter if you're in the right lobbies, right? You really interact with anybody, you don't shoot at anybody. It is, by definition, a PvE shooter, so you are at total freedom to shoot people if you want to. You don't have to if you don't want to, though. Right now I've kind of opted to not shoot anyone, but believe me when I say I have gotten frustrated and shot at some people. What do I mean by frustrated? Well, when you're looking for quest items, people love to sneak up and rat their way into an area you're looting in and pluck an item that you're trying to get for your quest. That makes the fox very unhappy, and the fox will shoot you for it. And I have shot people for stealing my... Sorry, I'm trying not to laugh. I have shot people for stealing my quest items. Like, I'm not kidding. It's so frustrating when I'm trying to get like laboratory regions or oh my god, the biggest one lately has been I'm sorry, I'm getting way too loud again. Has been surveyor, what they're called, cores, surveyor modules or whatever they're called. The little balls that like roll around on the dunes. Oh my god, those things are not easy to get, and they take a lot of bullets. Let's be real, they take a lot of bullets. And people, when you're shooting at arc, people will come to like see what's going on, especially if it's like a big arc or a beefy like big health pool arc, and that doesn't include surveyors. People want the surveyor modules or whatever they're called. They're pretty hard to get, and there's only like maybe one or two of them in a surveyor at a time. So this one guy rolls up on me, swoops right in to get their module and like a couple other arc pieces, and like tries to run away, right? I was just on my way to like go loot the surveyor that I killed. I killed the surveyor. I did all this work myself. Dude, I'm gonna tell you what, I must have just not been having a good day because I beamed that motherfucker, and you know what's ironic about this game? Oh my god, there's so many stories you can tell about this game. What's ironic about this game in particular was I got my surveyor module back. I looted this guy. Was like, all right, you know what? I got what I need. I'm going to get out of here. It's not, I don't want to fight anyone else. This guy just pissed me off really bad. Totally ruined my run. Totally ruined my day. you're gonna die. I didn't have a raider hatch key, which is the fastest and safest way to leave a raid, especially in the day, like in the daytime. So I have to go to the subway. Oh my god, my hand's losing tracking. I have to go to the subway, and lo and behold, first thing that happens, there's a fucking rat down there. He beams me. I die. There's nothing I can do about it. Hey, so the couple people from the apartment like had to do an inspection, so I'm gonna be real, I kind of completely lost my train of thought. I think I was talking about arc raiders or something like that. I think the TLDR of that story was don't be an asshole. I don't know, because I killed that guy and I went down to the subway and I got killed by a rat. And that game, like that particular game, I'm gonna be real, I had to take a break from arc raiders after that one. Anyway, that's the end of the story. Done. I'm dumb. I kill people in arc raiders. I'm evil. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end this one here. I've been looking at the recording time. It looks like I've been recording for like 40 something minutes. I think that is absolutely okay. I think that is plenty of time. So I'm gonna call it here. If you can't tell, I'm a little bit frustrated that I got distracted by those people. I'm gonna call it here, and thank you for listening. Sincerely, thank you all for listening. If you did, I hope you like my voice. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you just like listening to it in the background. You don't have to internalize anything I say. I'm just yapping, just a fox yapping. But yeah, I hope you all have a good night and have a good one, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.